stands out is how many veterans there are on each team.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, B.A., that both of these coaches really value veteran experience. I mean, guys that can produce on the court, but also help mentor the younger players. It really doesn't matter what position LeBron is playing, the point, the 4 or the 5, James changes games with his passing ability.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. DeMar DeRozan picks one up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim. Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And Clark, what's most amazing about LeBron James, how remarkable he is playing at his age.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are really incredible about LeBron, but that's one of the most incredible, his high level of play at his advanced age. And he's still playing with great athleticism. The credit to the work he's put in and his giftedness.
Pass to Reeves. Knocks it loose. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. And Vucevic with the block. Outside White. And here is Vucevic. Davis with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Back to James. Out to Hachimura. Lets it fly. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
A smart decision maker with a versatile skill set. Hachimura always takes the shots that he's comfortable with.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh, you throw it his way, and DeRozan is going to capitalize. When he takes off, he's looking to throw it down with no hesitation.
Now here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Here's Vucevic. Davis with a rebound. Here's Reeves. Here's the second effort. And they're on the run. And there's the lob. Now the Lakers moving it up. And finished off by Davis.
Well, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Chicago timeout.
Timeout called. The Bulls. Clark, we often note the offensive impact of Davis, but he also gets it done on the other end of the field.
He is the best defender in the league in my mind when you look at all the aspects of playing defense. He's a multiple block shot champ. His anticipation and timing at the defensive end, top shelf.
Now here's DeRozan. Five on the clock. And the officials call the over the back. A little too aggressive there.
The way he was going over and through the man in front of him, he should have known the whistle was coming.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
And Ball will bring it up here for the Chicago Bulls. 7-point differential. And a missed layup. Pass to James. Not going to go that time. Down low. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeSumo. A minute 31 left to play in the first. Here's Dinwiddie. Drops in the layup for 2.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. They trail by 9. Pass to Levine. Over Prince. That one a little long.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
The shot by James, no good.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And the jam by Drummond.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
Pass to Prince. Now, here is James. Williams defending. Tipped away. Ball with a steal. And now the Bulls in transition. Levine with room to shoot. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Total confidence. Levine was ready to go.
Here's James. Soft touch off the glass.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
Chicago trailing here. To the paint. Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
Dinwiddie on the attack. And the shot goes down. Dinwiddie's gotten his second bucket.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
The assist from
Levine just going to work. Talented. Finishing inside.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Lakers on top. They lead by 5. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
10.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Pass to Vucevic. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Los Angeles ball.
The Lakers in the lead. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
LeBron James is sustaining greatness into his late 30s. He said, quote, "As long as my mind stays in it, I can play at this level for a while. My body is going to be okay because I always make sure to take care of it and I put the work in." And Brian, call it mind over matter or the fountain of youth, whatever you want to call it, LeBron's work continues to pay off.
Indeed, no question about that. Thank you, Allie.
So much confidence for a young player. Terrific move by Russell in traffic.
Lets it go from 11. Shakes him. Vucevic's shot is off. Now Los Angeles with it. Well, as we've seen throughout the history of the Lakers, Clark, it's a big free agent and trade destination.
Well, I think part of it is the weather attraction. I mean, guys love playing where the weather is always nice. Not to mention to be with a team whose goal is to win championships.
Chicago calls timeout. We've had many impactful European players throughout the years, Clark. What makes their style of play so different?
You know, I think it's really how they're trained from the time they start playing the game, B.A. Every player, regardless of size, is taught to think and feel and play the game fundamentally sound. And I love that. I think that's something that should be mimicked in the States. Train kids to play the game the right way in all aspects of it, no matter how small or tall they are.
Once again, let's hear it for your Lakers youth dance team.
Here's White. Still without a bucket. Vucevic's shot is off. To the middle. Vucevic with a steal. Here's DeRozan. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Russell.
DeRozan is deceptive in his height and quickness, so I think it makes him hard to guard, especially from this area.
And he's good on the second. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. And it's Russell on the drive. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
Now into the lineup for your Lakers, Cameron Reddish.
Here's Chicago now. 8-point game. Back to Dosunmu. Fires from way outside.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Davis down low. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Hey, that kind of contact just not going to get it done against Davis. He's much too strong for that.
White with it. He's scoreless. Over Russell. And again, no good by Chicago. And the Lakers have possession. Pass to Davis. And a nice finish on the layup. And it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
When AD gets going like this, it's almost impossible to slow him down. He's got so many different ways to beat you.
On the wing, DeRozan. Sinks it from distance. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Here's Davis. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Davis has got 14 points for the game.
Creating separation using the bounce. That's a skill that AD's developed over the years.
Back to Dosunmu. On the wing, DeRozan. Pass to Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. Good work there as it goes.
Nikola Vucevic, guys, just goes to work when he gets an opportunity to score. I mean, he's a very, very polished offensive player.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Okay, Lakers man, you asked for it. Here they are. The Laker girl dance team.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's Prince on the wing. Chicago grabs the miss. Pass the ball. Back to Williams. Sinks the tray.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Chicago foul. Patrick Williams. That's his first personal foul.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of this game.
Well, you've got to be quite sure there's an opening for the cross-court pass. Otherwise, you're chucking that thing up for grabs.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Chicago.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And you know, they've also protected the paint at a high level, sending those shots back to the sender.
And so here is Chicago, following the score by the Lakers. Here's Williams. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's James.
LeBron James.
Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And it's an 8-point Laker lead.
Out of bounds.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half. To the inside. Williams. Can't connect from short range.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
And that one's good. James.
Your Lakers.
Really a smart.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Back to the game after this break. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Clark, you look at Christian Wood. when he's in the right situation, he's productive.
Very much so. You give him minutes and he'll put up numbers. It's that simple. Takes pride in his glass eating and can score from different levels.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. And no good, trying to use the glass. And so Davis will bring it up for the Lakers. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Bulls back in 2021 shifting the roster towards a more veteran win-now look. They've pushed their chips into the middle. Now they're trying to find their way into contention. All-star forward DeMar DeRozan said, quote, "We've got to go out there and compete. If we want this thing, we have to go after it." Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Now here's White. No points so far. Here's Vucevic. Shoots over Davis.
You know, defensively, Anthony Davis might be the most versatile big guy in the league. I mean, this guy does a nice job not only blocking shots, but challenging shots as he did there.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
From 7 feet. White can't hit.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
They've got numbers. Here's Vucevic. Davis with a rebound. Have to love his hustle tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Just one more rebound and he'll have a double-double.
Kept alive. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Nikola Vucevic.
That is textbook when you're talking a pump fake. Well executed that time by Davis. So good at knowing how to use that shot fake effectively.
Anthony Davis.
Both free throws good from Davis.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Lakers ball.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Reeves. And it's blocked by Vucevic.
Denied. Return to sender. That's something you expect from a 7-footer like Vucevic.
On the wing, Levine. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
Inside. Here's Vanderbilt.
I can't emphasize enough what reading is all about. That's seeing the game in front of you, another way to put it. Russell making a great choice for the assist there.
To the paint. Pass to Vucevic. Off the mark there with a three. Well, the value of Jared Vanderbilt as a strong wing defender is pretty undeniable, Clark.
You cannot win consistently without players like Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, you need a shutdown defender that has versatility. And it's a skill that he takes a lot of pride in. He's worked at it. He brings a lot to the table at that end of the floor.
Hachimura from long range. Here's Levine. And again, no good by Chicago. Russell from outside. He drops it from range. Russell's got 5 now.
And, you know, this has become a real weapon for Russell now, and it's because he's worked hard on this shot.
All right, fans.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, let's look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And the Bulls making a change here. Here's Ball. Rebounded by the Lakers. A minute 31 left to play in the third quarter here. The three from Prince. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
It's one thing to get outplayed, but when you're giving away possessions like this, it makes it even more tough.
A minute 22 left to play in the third.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Levine. And a miss there on the triple.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Count the basket.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now Los Angeles with it. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. The shot. And that one hits the back iron.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Jared Vanderbilt.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt.
Second team.
That's his first foul of the game.
Timeout called.
Now a timeout called by the Lakers.
Adjustments are a part of every game, in every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second violation.
Lakers ball.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Lakers foul. Christian Wood. That's his first personal foul. Second team.
And that one falls for Drummond.
Shooting for Chicago, Andre Drummond. 2 shots.
And so Drummond nails them both. Time called here. The Lakers decide to talk it over.
It's now time for our T-shirt giveaway. Let's hear you get loud.
And the Lakers with some changes. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Outside for Russell. And Davis slams it home.
The former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Pass to Drummond. Williams from long range. The shot misses. And so it's Los Angeles out in front by 19 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose.
25.
We'll be back in a moment. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. They get it back. The 3-ball. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Back to White. Outside, Williams. Over James. Off the left rim and out. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 21.
Making room inside. James fighting for the rebound and delivers. Pass
to Williams. From deep. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
Simply found the open man there because he read the defense. Well done by Davis.
Chicago timeout called.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. You got to like what Anthony Davis has done in this game.
He's getting to the rack all game. If they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Show some love for the Laker girls.
Pass to Vucevic. The 3. He can't get it to go. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Second chance shot. Yep, that one goes. Davis has got 20 points.
Nice putback on that follow from Davis. Was just determined to get that rebound.
Pass to Williams. Launches it. Rebound by the Lakers. Hachimura from long range. And Davis gets double teamed. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Has been called.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. And it's the Bulls' ball. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the 4th. Here's DeRozan. Davis for the rebound. From outside the arc. And it's James with the jam.
Never gets old seeing LeBron explode off the floor like that.
Pass to Williams. And again, no good by Chicago.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
James.
LeBron James.
Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
And once James gets the ball near the rim, just let him go to work because he knows what he's doing down there.
2 minutes remaining in
Pass to Williams.
2 minutes.
To get back on track. Russell with the rebound.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Now here's Williams. Now here's Vucevic. Outside, Williams. Back to White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 12 feet, the Lakers with a rebound.
Just look at the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance here
for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Davis.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
Pass to Reeves. Here's Davis. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line from there. It's going to be on Alex Caruso.
Hey, you know, this is really the challenge of trying to defend Davis because not only is he tall and smart, but he's gotten stronger in his time in the league. And he typically blows through contact and draws fouls.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. On the wing, Levine. Out of bounds. It'll be Lakers ball.
Los Angeles ball. Coming onto the floor for your Lakers, Jackson Hayes.
Now Los Angeles with it. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Pass to Reddish. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
3 points.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Hayes. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Reddish misses. Here's Levine for 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
3 points.
Hey, he's one of the guys you don't want to give space to. Levine can do a lot of damage from deep.